Hello, I'm Teacher Sharon, and this is Mathematics Form 4. We are going to discuss topic 2, which is Statistics 2. I'm going to take you through the subtopic, the Cumulative Frequency Curve or ogive. Welcome. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to draw a cumulative frequency curve, and number 2, to use the cumulative frequency curve to find the median, quartiles, or even deciles of a given data. A cumulative frequency curve is a graph of cumulative frequency against the upper class limit or boundary. Let me take you through this example. We are told that the table below shows the number of goals scored in handball matches during a tournament. So we have the number of goals and the frequency or the number of matches. This is a grouped data because it is given in class. We are expected to draw a cumulative frequency. So for us to draw a cumulative frequency, we have to get the values of the cumulative frequency and the upper class limit. So let's make a table of value. We start with the upper limits. We have the frequency and then the cumulative frequency. The upper limit of the first class is 9.5. You take this number, then you do 0.5. So it is 9.5. The frequency given there is 2. So frequency 2. We will calculate the cumulative frequency later. Next we have 19.5 with a frequency of 14, and now we've known the trend, so the next one will be 29.5, 39.5, and lastly 49.5. So you can get the frequencies 24, 12, 8. So 24, 12, 8. We are reading these frequencies from the information which is given. This is 8. Oh yes. Now we need to get the cumulative frequency. So the first one is 2. We are going to add the values of f downwards to get the cumulative frequency. So 2 plus 14 is 16. 16 plus 24 gives us 40. We have 40 plus 12 to give us 52. And lastly 52 plus 8, which is 60. Now we are expected to plot cumulative frequency against the upper limit. So we have these values 2, 9.5. We have 16 against 19.5. We have 40 against 29.5. we have 52, which is against 39.5, and lastly we have 60 against 49.5. And because we are told to plot cumulative frequency against upper limit, it means that the upper limit is the one which will be on the x-axis. So on the x-axis we'll have the upper limits or the upper class boundaries, and on the y-axis we'll be having the cumulative frequency. Now after plotting this is the curve which I managed to draw. I have the cumulative frequency where I have 2. The first point was 2 against 9.5. Then I went to 16. Let's enlarge this curve a bit. So if you draw your curve, expect a curve which will have this shape. So 16 is against 19.5. Then we go to 40, which is against 29.5. These points are not there. Let them not confuse you. So we have, after 40 we go to 52. 52 is somewhere there against 39.5. and then we have, let me move this graph downwards, we have 60 against 49.5. Now you plot those points, then join them with a smooth curve using a free hand. Please don't use a ruler. So you join the points and your curve look like this. After drawing this curve, again, don't forget to indicate the scale you've used. Like I've used 2 centimeters to represent 5 units on the x-axis, and on the y-axis I've used 2 centimeters to represent 10. Okay, I have y-axis which is 2 centimeters for 5 units, centimeters for 10 units. As you can see, 2 centimeters are. Now using this graph of mine, we will be able to find the median. Yeah, we are told to find the median, and the median is half of the total frequency. So we have half of the total frequency, which is 60, and this is 30. So we are looking for 30 as the cumulative frequency, and then we check what it corresponds to. So let me have 30 here. No, I need to move the graph a bit. Then this is 30 on the cumulative frequency. Then I draw a straight line, and where it meets with the curve, I check downwards to see the goals it corresponds to. So I'm drawing a straight line downwards, and it gives me something here which I should read. So let me enlarge to read it. Okay. Yeah, this one is a bit clear now. So I have 19.5, then you count these boxes and you multiply to get the value which corresponds to 30 on the cumulative frequency, and that value, after I calculated, I got 24.5. 29.5. so this is my median. Part B, we are told, part B, Roman 2, we are told to use the frequency cumulative frequency curve to calculate the number of matches in which the number of goals scored were not more than 37. So we go to the curve again, we check the number of goals, and that is on the x-axis. We check 37, so 37 is somewhere here because we have 20 plus some boxes, and right here we have our 37. Make sure your graph is clear so that you can check these numbers well. And that's where it coincides with the graph. So we move to the other side to see the number of matches, and the number of matches there, I got 49. So this is the answer for B, Roman 2. I expect you to get 49 plus or minus 1. An error of 1 is allowed. Lastly, we have been told to calculate the interquartile range from the curve. So to get the interquartile range, we take the upper quartile minus the lower quartile, and the upper quartile is 3/4 multiplied by 60, which is equal to, by 4 we have 1, by 4 we have 15. 15 multiplied by 3 is 45. So we are looking for the 45th term in the cumulative frequency. So we go to 45, and in 45 we move across to where it cuts the curve. No, that is, make sure that you are using a ruler. So we have a straight line cutting the curve, then we move downwards with a straight line. I'm trying to make it very straight.
We've moved to this point.
These small boxes from 29.5 to where we've managed to cross x-axis, we will find that that point will give you 32.5. So the 45th, which is the upper quartile, is 32.5. We look for the lower quartile, which is given by 1/4 multiplied by 60. 60 is the total frequency. So by 4, 1 by 4, 15. This is 15th position or 15th term. On the cumulative frequency, we go to 15. We draw a straight line. Where it touches the curve, we move downwards. Then we are expected to read this term here, and after working it out, I got 19. So this one is equal to 19, and the 45th we got it as 32.5. So to get the interquartile range, we take the upper quartile minus the lower quartile, that is 32